Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree edition, where we have made it into the Shadow Keep and the specimen storehouse. They weren't lying about this. There are definitely specimens. No false advertising on that front. It has been a extremely fun and harrowing experience so far in the Shadow Keep, like the rest of the DLC. But one thing I have noticed here upon a bit of closer examination, this statue that we crossed over last time at the end of the episode. Is there a America pose going on here? Is this not a... Is this a rune arc? Or the part of the Elden Ring that is behind America, or was used to shackle Mariga inside of the Erdtree? Except this specimen is quite horny. And also appears to have, I guess, well, it appears to be male from what I can tell. So there are, you know, perhaps details here that are worth considering, or maybe not. Who knows yet? One way or the other, I do have some new fashion souls that I'm using here. A little bit of function souls as well. We're going back to the turtle shell. Gonna give myself a little bit more stamina here and see how that goes. It kind of fits with the the rotund roly-poly twin blade. Roly-poly, oh, roly-poly holy twin blade. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's move on, shall we? Let's check out the rest of this, or at least keep going within the Shadow Keep. I do remember there is a bat to deal with here. Hello there. Hello there. Would you come down here and play, please? We seem to be working past each other a little bit here. Let's get on the same page, shall we? There we go. Okay. Took us just a moment there, but gotta get warmed up to Elden Ring, and that goes for some of the enemies as well. Oh, never mind. The first note actually that I kept rehearsing in my brain. Okay, we need to level up. We need to level up, and I almost walked away from that side of grace without doing that. It's a very you know, a very momentous level, I suppose you could say. Level 200. There you go. Cool, cool, cool. And point number 54 into vigor. Great. Awesome. So there we go. And now we'll have to deal with the bat again. So no big deal here. It's fine. Just getting a little bit of practice, a little bit of warm up here to start our play. Bro. I thought I knew where that bat was coming from. Oh, that's so depressing. I just equipped that Melania rune, dude, too, didn't I? I thought I knew where that bat was coming from. And I was gonna just, you know, very smoothly target that bat. Everything was gonna be just... And then I panicked and rolled off the goddamn ledge. I want to make this rune arc work, or I want to practice with this rune arc. We just keep dying in the dumbest possible ways after having taken one. We'll just, it's okay. It's okay. This is a YouTube playthrough. Fancy editing and very carefully constructed video footage editing will make sure that everything is copacetic. Oh no, they have holy attacks now as well. So not only do they have the... Wow. Wow. All right, getting a little bit of our health back there. Fortunately, the fire coil attacks. I love the sliding down there. I would love to get some of your gear so I know what to call you. But the Messmer Pyromancers, I suppose, although they now have some Mikola-style attacks to go with their arsenal. But I've been noticing that their fire coil abilities don't seem to they don't seem to hurt as much as they did earlier in the DLC. Perhaps that's just a function of us getting more Shadow Tree blessings. Oh, I see some friends hanging out down here. The Shadow Brigade down below. Are we gonna have to drop down to them? I think we're just powered up more though than when we were at the start of the playthrough. Or at the start of the DLC. More Shadow Tree blessing, less fire damage that you take. You really don't get a ton of time with this Millennia. The Millennia rune doesn't give you a ton of time to get powered back up, to recoup your losses. Not a ton of time. You gotta be aggressive. Be aggressive. Shadow rune. Shadow Realm rune 5. We're on a lower level of the... There was a passageway up here as well, wasn't there? So we've got diverging paths, which is fine, or is there a diverging path here? Yes, there is. Okay. Okay, so we can go... We'll go down before we go forward. A little bit of indecision here. As always, in figuring out where to go, it's just part of the Akinar experience. Holy proof pickled liver, huh? So you're saying I'm gonna need to negate some holy damage. That's what you're telling me, huh? Who was collecting all of these specimens? If this is some sort of Aldia's keep, who is our Aldia? That's a key item, a secret rite scroll. Will this tell us who is our Aldia? Oh, it says, learn about the secret rite of the Divine Gateway? Hello? A scroll made of white tree bark. Few can decipher the scroll, which describes the secret rite of the Divine Gateway, said to be found at the tower enshrouded by shadow. A lord will usher in a god's return, and the lord's soul will require a vessel. The lord here being talked about is that Mikola, and will usher in a god's return. Are we talking about Moog? Isn't that what the that seems, from my recollection of the dialogue that we had with Sir Ansbach last time, that seems to be... It seems like Moog is going to be playing a substantive role here. Anybody care to join? Anybody care to join the fun? Actually got full health back. Let's go. Some of that might have been my my god skin talisman. Some embers of Messmer. Good, good, good. There was another item there. Oh, and I guess we forgot to check the Shadow Realm runes. In a long forgotten place where none would tread, the light of grace quietly grew ever more brilliant. Aha, there's the Shadow Tree. There it be. We are looking north. And there is not too much more northward. But it's not clear to me... It's not clear to me that we're going to be able to actually reach the Shadow Tree. Like the Erdtree could be reached. And had to be reached. Was a required part of that whole base game experience. Will we be able to get to the Shadow Tree? Perhaps. Perhaps we will. Who knows exactly? There's still a whole potential underground section. With the discovery of the Coffin... What was the name of the new area that we found? The Coffin Fissure? Coffin-filled fissure, something like that. Give me my stamina. Give me my stamina as I scope out a pyromancer. Will I be able to get the drop on this pyromancer? I don't know. I'm going to try. It's hard to be stealthy with them. Sometimes they let you get the backstab. Sometimes they know you're coming. Yeah, that's the combo there. If we can get that if we can get that series of events, then we're in excellent shape. Backstab, Sacred Blade, running R2, and then finish up with whatever you like. Finish up with whatever you like, to your heart's content. More specimens. More specimens being... Oh, I see. Yeah, these guys are... Some of these guys are reading, are deep in thought. Deep in contemplation of either specimen or specimen's notes. Lots of horns to be deciphered. Much horniness must be deciphered. This is so like there's such a as much as there is a kind of there's traces of each of Duke's archives, Aldia's Keep. It's really heavily influenced by Grand Archives. I keep feeling this the verticality and the just the kind of library archival feel is just there. Is there... Okay, so is there a place anywhere to... I'm hearing footsteps, but I think they're above me. Was there any place to... I think we've been down here before. We don't want to drop down to those lower levels that we've already explored. I'm just making sure that we didn't miss anything, any other paths, but I think I'm being a little bit over thorough here. Was there not something this way? There was, okay. Not being over thorough, turns out. Turns out not. I wasn't sure if there's gonna be room to get the backstab. I'll take it. Why are none of you attacking me, though? Even this guy who can, like, clearly see the big fat roly-poly boy backstabbing all his friends, and he's like, yeah, that's fine, I'm done. You can just take me. Take the FP as well. I don't need it anymore. I've had enough of... I've had my fill of archiving, researching. More than enough. I do wish sometimes that there were, I know it's not the there's the item that I thought that I missed. It's not the FromSoft way to do, to really over-engineer their user interface. It's really, there are many things I think that could be improved upon within the FromSoft user interface experience. One of those things that I do just wish sometimes, being the min-max brain that I am, I do wish that I could more easily switch out switches into silent must kill mode. Hold on. Hold that thought while I fight for my life. Missing the backstab because I was trying to get it on stairs. But I do wish that sometimes I could just have preset gear. Never mind. Fidgety little letters. I'm not. I was crouching while running. Hold on. Goddamn. Several things going on here. Who is talking?
Now, Freya. Don't let it rile you up.
It's Freya?
Take it slow.
I don't see Freya. I see a red hooded.
My lord, will I ever make sense of this jumble?
I'm so confused as to what's going on right now. Because I'm like, is Freya disguised as a pyromancer? Like, what the hell? Or is she above us? What is going on here? I can target you, so you're not Freya. Where the hell is Freya? She must be above us. There's a staircase that goes up. So hold on, one thing at a time. Okay. Dang it, I'm really hoping we get some of their gear. I want to know who they are. Another spirit calculus. Okay. Maybe Freya is trying to take some integrals. Before we I got to get to Freya. If Freya is here, we've got to make this our first order of business. I think that's her. I think I see her. And of course, there's a side of grace, which I did not see at first, but it is a very welcome side of grace. Hello there. I was not expecting to find you deep in deep in thought over. Imagine her trying to. Oh, look at that scar. The gap.
My lord.
Wow.
Will I ever make sense of this jumble?
Did she have that before? That gash on her helm? I don't remember seeing that. But imagine her trying to study this very important in-depth scroll that maybe is not in a language that she fully understands. And then this comes sneaking up next to you. Imagine.
Oh. Hello. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse upon my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
Okay, okay. Let's try to be a little bit more serious here. A little bit more. Sorry, guys. I'm in a bit of a mood today.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
Okay, so she really cannot be bothered. She's in focus mode. She has really tuned out everything, including our shenanigans.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his...
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to sit at the site of grace just yet, but I do want to progress things with her. Once we've explored a little bit more thoroughly, we will warp back to potentially warp back to the site of grace, because it looks like we can probably move forward along. Where do we move forward here? Oh man, there's another... Oh yeah, okay, we saw this specimen that was on this. I thought we were looking at some other platform here. Is that a scorpion tail that this thing has? What the hell am I looking at? It looks like we're probably... Oh, is this is actually going to be a research hall situation as well, where we're going to be... I can see the gear at the very top of this pillar, which means we're going to be turning and probably lowering this thing, and that's how we're going to get access to that item that is below the America Pose statue. Where do we start? We've got a...
By my lord. Will I ever make sense of this jumble?
Freya is going to continue trying to make sense of things. I don't know if I ever finished my thought. I don't think I did, because I kept getting distracted by all the different things going on. But I've always wished that you could have presets, whether it be armor. I mean, the whole setup, right? Your armor, your talismans, your weapons, all of that. That would be nice if you had like a preset or two that you could just quickly switch between at like a site of grace. Well, I guess in my situation, I would want it to be out in the field as well, because I like switching between talismans as we're going along. So I suppose the preset option would be one that at least for talismans, it would be nice to have out in the field. There's a lever there. There's a lever there, which could very well be. Very well could be used for rotating this pillar like I was just describing. Could be. Could be. Especially because there's no obvious door or elevator nearby. So can't think of any reason not to go ahead and pull that lever, because I could potentially jump to this here, but then where am I going from there? It's not, there's no obvious safe path, at least, to somewhere I would want to go that I haven't already been. So let's pull the lever, because that's what you do when you're playing a FromSoft game, or any game really. Is there any game where you just don't pull the lever? There's a lever to be pulled. You pull it. Hello? There it is. It's actually raising. Okay, at the same time, so the rotation is happening, and most of these platforms are being raised, but I think I did see this America Pose statue was being lowered. and it looks like the item along with it may have been lowered. Now, is that down to a level, or is that down to a place that we can get to? I mean, surely, yes. Actually, I can see the pyromancer down below at that. We've been down there. So we're going to have to backtrack, I think, for that item. Interesting. Also, now, there is this. Does this make sense to... for us to make our way around this thing now? There's more to explore up here, right? There's this... maybe there's actually not too much more to that upper level with the... So maybe we start with that first. This is such a amazing level design. Like, we kind of take it for granted, probably. Just how ridiculously good.
By my lord.
By my lord.
Ever make sense of this jumble?
Just how ridiculously good the level designs are. In pretty much every FromSoft game. Doing my best to keep it all straight. Okay, this thing was just here. This is not connected to the center pillar, so this horny specimen... And there's an item on top of it. Okay, hold on. Do I want to run out there? I guess I do, because that's it. That's all that's up here. And it's a revered spirit ash. Sweet. Okay. Anything else that we could potentially get to from here? Oh, there is... Okay, there's stuff over there, but I guess we have to reach it from... by parkour attached to the center pillar. I think that is the case. All right. So... let's make our way. As I continue to juggle talismans to get my value brain satisfied. Give it its satisfaction. There's got to be... the fact that they're giving you these I almost called these America tablets. Because that's where I remember first kind of seeing the big old pile of tablets. Was in the Queen's bedchamber. I thought for sure, though, there was going to be an item back here because they're giving you this... I guess they just don't want you to get soft locked. They're giving you these America tablets to ascend. Oh, I hate this. Okay. No railings. No fucking railings. No guardrails for this shit. Are they gonna keep me from climbing on this thing? Nope, there we go. Oh, the headspace though with the camera. not that the giant jar head makes things any more convenient with... We're really gonna have to jump on this other statue, aren't we? Fuck me. Is there any reason to go down? Because there is another statue. I guess I could use that statue to go back down to where that pyromancer is. And then I would get the item. And then I could warp back to the... I could warp back to the checkpoint that I just picked up next to Freya. And then potentially level up. A lot of problems could be solved by actually doing that. Also, though, at the same time, I could just take a gravity death. Okay, because actually, now that I look at it... Shit. Am I actually able... I don't know that I can fall. Could I go to the hand? I'm trying to make this like, I'm trying to come up with like the funkiest. I'm not supposed to walk on that hand, am I? And I don't think I'm actually supposed to fall. There's just not a wide enough berth on which to, let's not make this complicated. Let's just come back for that item at a later date. Don't be silly about this. Just keep going forward. Forward, he says. Oh my god. Oh, look at this motherfucker watching us. Oh, he's gonna start shooting fire at us, isn't he?
By my lord.
Freya's still going at it. I'm kinda with you, Freya. I'm kinda with you. Alright. There's a America statue. That's both good and bad. Because it means that we have... They're giving us a, you know, a checkpoint of sorts. But it also means we might be in for a fight. Maybe, maybe. What's the catch? Waiting for the other shoe to drop. They're giving us a stake on America. There's gotta be more to the story.
By my lord.
Wow, Freya is... They really want us to know that she's there. They do not want us to miss her, even if we've already talked to her. You have a slightly different helmet. I feel like I've seen that helmet before, but I'm not sure. Actually, do I want to go in this way first? We'll fight first. We've got the stake here. Let's fight. Let's fight. That did not give you rot. I'm out of stamina. I'm out of fucking stamina. Did you just parry me? Shit. Why did I not drink there? Why did I not drink? All right, there goes our Millennia rune. We got... I don't know about this rune. I don't know about it. I don't think I'm aggressive enough to really take the best, or to get the best usage out of it. Don't know. Also, as suspected, that enemy was much tougher than the rest of them. And I didn't give you Scarlet Rot. So... Sure. We try again. That's what we do. We give it another go. My runes are right there, huh? Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sort of got a little bit of Rolana's moves. Okay, all right. Winged Serpent Helm. It may be just a brand new helm that we've not seen before. That flame spear, that was the one that killed me. That's a cool one. Another one that I want to try. So many things to try. Whew, okay. Whoa. Okay. Skill of could. The Fire Knight who could. Skill of could. Captain of the Fire Knights. Ready weapon for a thrusting attack and unleash a spear of flame straight ahead. Charge the attack to increase damage dealt and distance traveled. Oh, I see. You can use it on armaments capable of thrusting, but not claws and backhand blades. Freya, really? Freya, why are you still going on about this business? I get it. You're deep in thought. You're deep in consternation. Winged Serpent Helm. Captain of the Fire Knight's Helm of Could. A winged serpent perched atop it enhances Fire Knight skills. Like this one. Have we gotten other Fire Knight skills? The winged serpent is the token creature of Messmer's military forces. It is a wise friend which keeps the base serpent at bay and holds its power in check. Let's try it. Let's give it a try. Doesn't quite fit. Doesn't quite fit with what we're doing, but it is a cool helm. Generally, I've just, like, so many of the Knight's helms I have not liked because they're just a little bit, they kind of, like, I guess this one is, I don't know. I generally don't like the Knight helms. This one I would say is better than average. I guess the ones that are the best are the ones that have some sort of poofy hair that go with them. Those are the ones that I do tend to like a bit more. So there we go. Okay, give ourselves a trickle heal and keep things going. We'll try to go through that door here in a moment, but I want to keep exploring this direction. Are you going to attack me, or are you going to let me switch to my greed charm? My FP greed, that is. Too late. You were switching to your staff. I saw it, but it was too late. So this way is not traversable, but I guess we're on the...
Ever make sense of this jumble?
Are we on the other side of where Freya is, or are we above her? Not clear. Do we want to go back and talk to... Oh, there's another side of grace over there. Oh, this is... Okay, so we came across the antlered specimen here, and there are... Oh, there are still so many levels to this. Still so many levels. Some of these guys have respawned, and I think we did... Yeah, we that pyromancer here is one we've dealt with. But obviously there is an item there. There's an item there. Like this whole level here, we have not explored, but I don't... And that's below the site of grace there. Can we get around to that? How do we...
I ever make sense of this jumble?
How do we get there? I checked over here already, didn't I? That goes back down to the Viking funeral boats. Don't know. I guess we're gonna go through this door and hope it's not a boss fight. Unless it's a locked door. Could very well be a locked door. It looks like it is a Shadow Tree Blessing. In front of a mini or Shadow Tree fragment, in front of a mini headless America. Is the reason that the head's been chopped off? Does it, like, it could just have to do with the fact that people around here, like the Horn Scent and whatnot, just fucking hate America? But is it... What if it's the other way around? What if it's the fact that somehow in the Shadow Realm, America sprouted horns? I feel like I'm getting off in wild territory here. Messmer's group got rid of the heads of the America statues because America had actually sprouted horns. Seems a little far-fetched. Probably not what's going on. But you never know. Oh, wait, this is it? Oh no, this is a different side of Grace. Oh shit. Oh shit, I feel like this is a... I feel like this is the side of Grace before a boss. Oh my god. I'm gonna check the map. Dark Chamber entrance. If ever you needed any more of a signal or a sign that you are about to enter a boss fight. Okay, all right. I think we will probably do that momentarily, but I just want to make certain here.
Lord,
I know Freya is just in a state. It must be there's another lever, right? There's another lever that we have to reach that's going to rearrange. We're going to get our platforms are going to keep following us upward, and we're going to have to do the parkour at each stage in order to progress. I think that's... Oh, fuck, look at this. There's another statue over here. Another horned statue that might be in a similar pose, a similar America pose, if I could just see it. But I don't know that I can get to an angle. If I were to go back to... Maybe I could. Maybe. I think what I want to do first, in any case, before we go into the Dark Chamber... Oh dear. What I want to do is I want to try to backtrack for that item.
By my lord.
That is now... That's been lowered. That item that was lowered down below. Oh, the arms are actually cut off on this one. What the fuck? And the legs. Jesus. I mean, these might... I don't even know if these were originally actually living creatures. We don't know that. But we've got these different warp checkpoints. What I want to do is I want to go back down to the first floor. Is that where I want to go? I think so. I think I want to go to the first floor, and we will level up, and then we're going to do a little bit of peepo run to get... We're going to check in with Sir Ansbach and see if he has any reaction to Freya. And we're going to do the peepo run for that item. Try and get there. We only need like 25k. See if we can get that here. 25k, 2 of these bad boys. I think that'll do the trick, and we get another... Oh, we get a Shadow Realm Blessing as well. Excellent. We're up over 1,800 HP, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. 3 Shadow Tree Fragments to empower. Level 12. Yes, please. Okay. So now we run. If I can remember where to run, I think I can get us... I think I can get us to Sir Ansbach here. I think I can find us our way. Is it back over here? It is back over here. Hold on. It is over that way. And hopefully we're not going to be attracting anybody, bringing anybody in over here to potentially bring harm to our buddy. And that looks like that's the case. I found one of our friends.
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains? The implications are rather unnerving.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Never mind. There are two different things that we can update him on. Let's go ahead and... Which one do we want to tell him first? I'm actually going to tell him about Freya. I don't know exactly what... So Freya, what was her decision? She had told us about a vow between Miquella and Radahn, correct? And she wanted to look more closely into that. But I'm not sure if I understood that she had made some decision.
Freya, by the gods. She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. A true Redmane she is, hardly troubled by the rot. But no one is without their shortcomings. She has a hard road ahead. It does make one think. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin.
Okay, let's also see what he has to say about this secret right scroll.
Well, what's this? Yes, I should have known. Even the truth was itself mere folly. As if using Lord Moog to gain entrance to the land of Shadow were not enough, he plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort. He has forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires only his empty shell. It beggars belief, but I'm afraid Tender Miquella fails to grasp the humiliation implied by this act. One thing is certain. My dear lord deserved better. Righteous Tarnished, you have my gratitude. You have given me the answers I needed, but I can hardly fathom it. Such folly. Unto the end. I am a warrior, but I've aged. I cannot afford to act hastily. Curse it all. I know my limits. I could spend the rest of my life honing my craft, and still that creature would be out of my blade's reach. The absolute folly of it all. The absolute folly.
All right, so I did take a couple minutes here to take note of all of the dialogue that we just took in. I wanted to make sure that I could read it back and really try to make sense of it here. So Freya's decision, she must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she goes to war. Who exactly is she going to war with? Did Freya say... The last thing that she said to us was that she was... She spoke of kindly Miquella, who spoke of the vow he once made to General Radahn, and here the vow shall be honored. Was there a vow to go to war for Miquella? Maybe. Oh gosh. This, because the thing with Miquella now, you have to consider at every turn, people who interacted with Miquella in some way, were they doing it of their own volition? Or is he just this master manipulator who can charm anybody to do any bidding that he wants? Any of his bidding. And we did ask her, what if you become our enemy? There's no concern, no need for concern. I'll be true to my word, though I do feel a hint of regret. Lady Leda and Honorable Ansbach are of a special breed. How glorious it would have been had we met in battle as sworn enemies. Something tells me we might still be doing so. I kind of had that read at the time that Freya was going to be turning against us. And now she's here, though, in the storehouse, trying to make sense of fidgety little letters. I wish I should wipe you clean off the page. A curse on my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge. So then Ansbach, he talks about her going to war. A true Redmane, she is hardly troubled by the rot. So she is also affected by the Scarlet Rot to some effect, it seems? It does make one think. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin. Our concerns are two sides of the same coin. And then we talk, we give him the secret rite ritual, and then, gosh, he says that Miquella used Lord Moog to gain entrance to the Land of Shadow. Does that mean... I mean, I think we had started to speculate that the whole situation with Moog wanting to turn, wanting to bring Miquella along as... Hold on. He mentioned something about... I'm going to move over here away so I don't accidentally hit Ansbach. We looked at this the other day. Moog's boss soul. We did just look at this the other day. He wished to raise Miquella to full godhood and become his consort, taking the role of monarch. But Ansbach's dialogue just now says that Miquella used Lord Moog to gain entrance to the Land of Shadow. Meaning, the whole business with us taking down Moog in Mohgwyn Palace with Miquella in the cocoon, was that why Miquella was in a cocoon in order to gain access to the Land of Shadow? But wasn't he here before at some point? What? Oh, this is hard to figure out. He desires only his empty shell, though. He's forsaken Lord Moog's soul, because now he wants to use Moog's corpse as a vessel of his king consort. Who is Miquella's king consort? It's not Moog, I don't think. I think Moog wanted to be, but the king consort being mentioned by Ansbach is somebody else. Who, it wouldn't be Messmer, I don't think. I don't have a good guess as to who that would be. And it's king consort here, right? So, who are we talking about? Either way, Ansbach still wishes, still wants to, he would love to be able to hone his craft such that he could take Miquella out. Drive his blade into Miquella in, seeking revenge for what happened to Lord Moog. Okay, I think this is the way. No, this way here. Hold on. One thing at a time. I don't want to get sandwiched. Even though we just did spend our runes, so we're not really concerned here with whether we live or die. I think though this is where the item is. Pearl Drake Talisman +3. Why was I'm not trying to summon Torrent. Can you please hit the right button? For fuck's sake. Okay, so strong attacks just by themselves, even if they're not running versions, are still pretty good. Dang, they drop smithing stones like crazy, but not their gear. I want their gear. That's cool though. Pearl Drake Talisman +3. Definitely will be using this at some point. We've used the Omni non-physical damage protection quite a bit. Those other charms, and I feel like we'll definitely get some use out of that talisman eventually. So okay. Oh, we need to go and try to talk to Freya. We need to talk to Freya as well. Let's talk to Freya. See if any of that dialogue from Ansbach affects her.
I'm afraid I'm busy.
Not at all.
Truly.
He's right downstairs. You know, you want me to show you? I could take you to him, and then we could clear this whole situation up. Get you some imparted knowledge. We could do that. We're gonna run to Ansbach one more time. I'm just being extra thorough here, and then wow, we just spent our runes, but we already have another 50k. I'll perhaps go and spend those. Go and spend those at the hold. Get some bolstering materials or upgrade some ashes or something of the sort. Is he turning around? I don't trust. Do not trust.
Righteous Tarnished, could you please give this to Freya? Thanks to you, she too will have the answer she requires. Freya possesses a youth I no longer have. This knowledge will surely stoke the flames of valor within her. Yes. I can see her barreling into the fray right now.
Yes! The extra thoroughness has paid off. Let's go. Letter for Freya. Awesome.
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help.
I was wondering, as he was giving us this letter, I was thinking, are we also being an unwitting pawn of Sir Ansbach here? Manipulating Freya in some way.
Perhaps I shouldn't, but this is the...
But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's all... Helping your friends is all manipulation at some level if you wanted to pose it that way. A letter written by Sir Ansbach to Freya the Redmane, presumably written in answer to her query, but the page is neatly folded to keep prying eyes from reading it. Oh gosh, and we are such a righteous Tarnished. We would never think to look and read for ourselves what is on that page. Okay, all right. So let's pass the note along.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly.
You're not that busy, because I have a letter for you.
From Sir Ansbach? To me? What on earth could it... Oh. Yes. Of course. I see. As the Festival of War concluded, General Radahn's soul met an honorable end, but kindly Mikola wishes to revive it, which is fine by me. I know it would pain old Jeren, but war has always suited General Radahn best, and certainly far more than any honorable death. Endless war to invigorate the soul, as befits General Radahn, the great lion.
Duh, of course. Of course, Radahn would be the king consort. That's the vow. Oh my goodness. General Radahn inhabiting Lord Mohg's body, though? That's a weird one, not gonna lie.
Thank you. Now I finally cast off my misgivings. Give my regards to Honorable Ansbach. Tell him, if we should meet in battle, to face your bow would be fine enough, but to face your blade would be an honor.
Ooh, and we get a golden lion shield. Oh shit, the Redmane shield. Man.
All that remains is the fight for our kind Mikola. All that remains.
Oh, of course, that's why we're coming to blows here. Because Sir Ansbach is still faithful to Lord Mohg, and Freya wants to help Mikola put Radahn in Mohg's body. Oh my goodness, what a oh gosh, what talk about a plot for a movie. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Drama.
All that remains is the fight.
Body swap drama. Okay, well, of course we have to go back and talk to... I did not expect to be doing this much back and forth between Freya and Ansbach here before whatever boss fight is still left in front of us, but DLC drama that we are infusing this season of Shadow of the Erdtree has more twists and turns than I was expecting. This is crazy. They really the writers really got into. I do. It does make me wonder exactly how much. Like, I have the read that George R.R. Martin was not involved in the DLC, but I actually don't know that for sure. Was he still involved? Not just the base game?
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help.
Oh, we do get to pass on Freya's message. Okay, there we go.
I should have expected as much from Freya. Some things simply never occur to her. Paralyzing fear. True despair.
It just doesn't. Yep. Some people are just built that way, you know? It doesn't even cross their minds. No hesitation.
That's Freya through and through. That's Freya.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. I think, and it looks now like, it looks like Freya is gone. Freya is, has moved on to the next stage of things. And okay, I was expecting Ansbach to as well, honestly, because now it's just like the situation between Leda and Hornsent. Each of these, it's so like the story trailer shows this picture of this united front, this heroic crew of journeymen and wanderers and warriors, all grouped together, banded together in service of kind Mikola, and now, of course, that is being those seeds of mistrust, the seeds of the alliances, previous alliances that are fraying the bonds of the new alliance. It is getting very, very, very interesting. I'm gonna stock up on some bolstering materials here, though, that I think probably, it looks like there's quite a few different levels of smithing stone that we could afford to just make sure we're 100% stocked on, and that will help us spend our runes here before we go into a boss fight. I have to imagine that this is going to be a boss fight, right? There's no way this wouldn't be a boss fight, correct? There's just no freaking way. Let's get 3 of each of these here. It's the Dark Chamber. Isn't that what it was called? The Dark Chamber. There's no way that is ever not a boss fight. Wow, look at that. Perfect. Perfect rune spending. Oh, man, it's just... my min-max brain can't get enough of that shit. We were going to lose our rune arc, I suppose, pretty shortly going into a dark chamber, so I'm not too sad about losing it just that little bit earlier. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our freebies and see what we can learn. Are there any summons nearby? I don't see any summons available to us at the moment, so let's see what exactly we're running into here. What sort of punishment are we in for? It does look pretty dark. It does indeed look dark in the dark chamber. Somebody turn on a light, please. Please get out your torch, my dude. Where's our roly-poly lantern? Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of Messmer's flame.
It's actually him! It's actually him! It's Messmer. Holy shit, it's Messmer. It's actually him. Look at that. Bro! I think I just barely missed getting grabbed. I don't know how I didn't take any damage there. Listen to that music. Listen. The incredible... Oh, what the fuck? No! No! No!
Shall meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Okay. Hi, Messmer. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, fuck. Gosh, I just, you know, you never know what to expect exactly. I just kind of got the impression there was, you know, I mean, there's more to the Shadow Keep still, correct? There's more to be found, more to be discovered. But goddamn, this is it here. Messmer the Impaler. Wow. Jesus. Do we just want to switch to fire protection here? I think so, actually. What the hell? Did you see the we have to take just a moment and try to absorb that. The juxtaposition of the jar head and then the snake's head. Amazing. What to say? Gosh, I was just so blown away by the fact that we're here at Messmer. I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. We need to get more reps, but I almost kind of want to watch that cutscene again. He talked about Mother. How could one so bereft of light be Lord? Is that what he said? What exactly did he say? Yeah, dude has some moves though. That arsenal of Fire Knight moves that we've kind of seen a little bit. Oh, there is a summon there. What the fuck? What the fuck? Horn Scent. We'll bring Horn Scent in for one attempt.
Foe of my beloved people, in vengeance for the flame, my blade I wield.
Horn Scent is here for his revenge, bitch. Look out. Horn Scent with that. because we haven't done as many, we haven't really done hardly any summons like this in the base game. There's probably been a number of these bits of dialogue that we've missed out on. Oh, he grabbed Horn Scent. No. Oh shit. I think we've just managed to dodge that a couple times now ourselves. Probably not gonna dodge that forever. Two. Dude, this little, like, it's almost like a mini Radon sort of move where he turns into like a meteor. Sort of, a little mini meteor exploding down from the sky. Does Hornsent have a health bar? Why is there no health bar for Hornsent? What's up with that? This music is just incredible. It's kind of like the main theme, I think, isn't it? But it's a mix on it, or a. It feels like it's got threads of the main, like, title screen in it. Okay, so we got to get out of that area of effect. The flames, the flame spears that come out of the ground look so freaking amazing. I'm also forgetting to drink my flask of Wondrous Physic. Yeah, see, that right there sounds just like the title screen. Or it reminds me of it. It doesn't sound just like it, but it's very, very reminiscent. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be painful. This is going to be painful. This is going to be something. I want to do my things like Grail's Roar and my Scarlet Aeonia. I want to do these debuffs on the enemy. But I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be... We're able to get the Scarlet Rot to proc. So that part is good. But then, like, I need to get out of that and actually transition into attacking the enemy. This is going to be a, oh my goodness. Finding the rhythm of this fight is not going to be easy, especially if we're doing this twin blade build that I've been using so far. We're gonna have to do some getting good. Let's go ahead and give it another try. And we'll see exactly, like this, I need to, just from the outset, I need from the outset to note that I may not be able to just spam this boss endlessly until we get the win this episode, you know? It's just not necessarily something that I can commit to doing. We have to be wary of the fact that Messmer may take a while. Messmer is not going to be a pushover. I would have never expected him to be a pushover. I'm trying to two-hand. I'm trying to switch to two-handing. There it is. Okay. So far, hitting him, not exactly my forte.
The grace of gold, shadow, death, in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
If it weren't for the Scarlet Rot, we wouldn't be anywhere. Because I can't hit this guy, for fuck's sake. My brain is just... what's the best analogy? I don't know what the best analogy is here, but it just feels like, I don't know, like I'm in a spin cycle. My brain is just in a constant spin cycle, and I can't, like, I've got to be able to slow things down somehow, some way, slow things down and actually get into some sort of a rhythm. I'm probably going to need to give myself a couple more healing flasks. Bro, he actually knocked me out of it. What the fuck, man? What the fuck, dude? I should have double chugged. I'm trying to summon Torrent. That is such a cool looking move. And also, how do I fucking avoid it? There's the grab. There's the grab. Cooked!
The grace of gold, shadow, death, in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. Look at the snakes. The snakes with the little wings. Oh my god. How am I going to get my brain up to speed for this fight? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? Right now, the extra healing flasks don't really matter because we're just not making it far enough in the fight. That's the one. So when he does the blurry in the air, Oh my
of
god, that
gold
was so much
shadow
damage.
dead, in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
It was not a bad opening. Not a bad opening. Is he saying that we are the ones stripped of the grace of gold? I think he's definitely referring to like the horn scent as falling under that banner, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to mean who all is that supposed to encompass? Does it mean us? Are we technically stripped of the grace of gold? Question mark. That's a nice one. That's a good one, I gotta admit. You got me. You got me good. You got me good. Where was my double chug? Oh, wait a second. Second phase.
I will not suffer. Our Lord, devoid of light.
I'm getting chills right now. He looks to the statue.
No, Mother, forgive me.
Is she holding him in the statue? Oh, shit. What is he doing? No. Why?
Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Base Serpent Messmer? There was more, but he... Okay. Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, I rolled too soon. Oh my god, what the fuck? What is even happening? What is even happening? Um. Um. Oh. For some reason, all of a sudden during that cutscene, not during the cutscene, but during the end of the fight there, as snake after snake after snake, for some reason I got Woody from Toy Story. There's a snake in my boots. Stuck in my head. What was the name of the second phase there? Black... Oh my god. Dude, I'm shaking, by the way. I'm shaking. Because sensory overload. I was kind of getting a little bit shades of Genichiro. What was the is it Way of Tomoe? Was that the final phase? This is so different from that. But there was just a little bit of that. This wild. Yeah, it's actually very different. But what, he rips out his own freaking eye. And then there's a snake behind the eye. What in the hell? He looks to the statue, which, if that is a statue of America, I just thought of something, by the way. I just thought of out here in Liurnia, not Liurnia, the Altus Plateau. There was a kind of an odd statue out here, I think, in this little back alley. I don't know what you want to call it. But there was a statue out here which maybe might bear another inspection. But we got a key item from that, and we've never figured out what to do with that key item. This thing. Amber Starlight. If the stars command our fates, then amber-hued stars must command the fates of the gods. This cannot be consumed by mere humans. This doesn't seem like this is immediately connected, but that statue kind of seemed similar. You know what? Cat Laserbrain wants to follow this just ever so quickly. We're just gonna take a look here. I feel like this is probably not connected. Amber Starlight. The only weird connection I could possibly think of here is if somehow now that we know that part of the plan, part of Miquella's plan is to somehow get Radon into Lord Mohg's body. What the fuck? Amber Starlight. Could that somehow be... No, this is something way different. This is something way different. I was thinking for a second, I wanted to remember that this was a woman holding a child. It is a woman holding a child, but not like an infant. Not like the statue in Messmer's chamber. The Dark Chamber. So that's something completely different. Okay, so Cat Laserbrain there. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? This game is ridiculous. the cinema, the absolutely ridiculously incredible cinema of that Phase 2 transformation. Something we can look forward to seeing again here, hopefully. If I'm not, if I can manage to string together. I'm gonna keep drinking my Flask of Wondrous Physic until we have Phase 1 a little bit more comfortable feeling to Phase 1. Okay, I thought I could.
Embrace of Messmer's flame.
For some reason, I thought I could get away with not rolling there. You have to roll to get back to your feet and then drink. For some reason, I thought I could just. I'll drink because I'm just gonna get up in time. I don't know why I thought that was gonna happen. Wait, we made it to Phase 2 because of Scarlet Rot. Thank you very much. Thanks, Melania. I want to watch this again.
I will not suffer. A lord devoid of light.
Talking about us. How dare he?
No, mother. Forgive me.
Forgive you for what? Stabbing out your own eye, huh? Do we see the... Yeah. It looks like the whole, like, rune arc, America shackled by the rune arc, that little... The summoning pool symbol, which maybe also is part of either Radagon's or Marika's. We need to check our talismans after this, because I think maybe Marika's Scar Seal / Sword Seal has the same symbol in the eye. Shocker that Messmer would have the same thing going on. But then this whole business, like the flames start emanating. This pale snake emerges. Oh, good lord.
Tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws
This voice acting too.
of the abyssal serpent?
The abyssal serpent.
Of light.
Oh my god. Dang it!
Creature,
Dang it!
thine oblivion, as shall I.
Embrace thine oblivion, as shall I. Embrace thine oblivion. We're getting that Oh man, the abyssal serpent. The abyssal serpent. We have a bit of time there. This could be a case where we want to save our similar to how we did with Malekith, we save our Flask of Wondrous Physic for the start of that phase. If we are going to make it consistently to that phase, then I think that's what we want to do. Do we even have... Dare I even take the time to apply any other sort of spells? Probably not. Probably not going to have the time for anything else. Maybe give ourselves some crab. Maybe that's what we could do. We're not going to be using fire coils against Messmer. Not going to be using summons. Oh, I forgot we do have the scorpion stew. Fireproof dried liver, probably a good thing to keep on there. Change this to boiled crab just in case. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's try this one more time. Oh my gosh. Oh, Cat Laser Brain. I did want to check the talismans. It's kind of... Yeah, it's definitely America's. Yep. The same thing we see right here in the summoning pool. The same symbology. And there it is in Messmer's eye as well.
Strength of the grace of gold shadow meet death. Creature, embrace thine oblivion, as shall
I definitely do not have nearly as much time at the start of that second phase as I thought I did. Trying to drink my flask of Wondrous Physic and take a boiled crab, not such a good idea. Okay. Not bad. Nope.
embrace thine oblivion.
Okay.
As shall I.
I thought I'd try something. I thought I'd be like, let's have dueling explosions and see who wins. We found out who wins. Everything is just happening way too fucking slow. And then, oh my god, dude. Out of flasks. Out of flasks.
O lightless creature, Embrace thine oblivion, as shall I.
Ooh, okay. Bleeding. Might have a new game plan here. Now. Oh my god. The problem is I am fat rolling because I changed around my build a little bit here. I equipped a different shield. And Embrace of Messmer's Flame, yada, yada, yada. I equipped a new shield, and therefore, I'm fat rolling, because I'm smart. All my big roly-poly armor is doing just a fantastic job of, oh, that's not gonna do it. That's not going to do it. Okay, we're going to have to go with something that gets us a little bit, no, not order of acquisition. Wait, I want to switch to medium load. There we go. There we go. Onion Boy Caster. Yeah, okay, that could have gone better. Obviously, that could have gone a little bit better, but let's try it. Let's give this another try here. And we'll see if we can properly stack on different levels of debuff to this guy. I love it that I'm too short there for some of those Impaler's thrusts. Can I please drink? Not crouch. Okay, there was supposed to be a roll. I don't know. Where are my rolls? Well, now my rolls are happening, but they're just happening at the wrong time. So everything's going great here. Everything's going great here. Can we try Storm of Flies again, please? Did it work? I don't think it worked. So the flies don't do the best job at tracking. But if they can stay a little bit on him for just, you know, some amount of time, he's very susceptible to bleed. Oh, okay, there we go. Phase 2. Okay, we're going to drink our Flask of Wonders Physic, and we're going to try to reapply Rot. Yes. Got it. Drink, please, for fuck's sake. He wasn't done. He's never done. This motherfucker. Fuck me, I rolled too soon. And now I'm double chugging when I should be rolling to avoid a grab. Ah. What is this? Fuck. Shit.
Embrace thine oblivion. How
Okay.
shall I?
Okay. That was a good attempt. That was a very good attempt. Swarm of Flies is interesting because I haven't said it yet. I have thought it on a couple of occasions. But one of the mainstays of my Dark Souls 3 faith build was Gnaw. Gnaw was such a good spell, and it did a lot of work in a lot of instances. And so I was thinking, oh, Swarm of Flies, it's actually Gnaw, isn't it? That's what I've been thinking. When are we gonna get a Gnaw equivalent in Elden Ring? Well, we've kind of had it this whole time, and I just haven't been trying it. The problem is, it doesn't track the enemy super well. That is a bit of a problem. So even though he is very susceptible to bleed, getting him to actually sit still to take the damage from the bleed might not actually materialize. So I'm not sure. Do we need to do we need to employ something else? How about Blood Flame Talons? How does this work again? We can cast it repeatedly. I hadn't thought about that. Why don't we give that a try? Because maybe it's the flame part that gives me hesitation, because this is a big stinking flame fire boss, and so Messmer's got to be resistant to fire damage. But it's the buildup of blood loss that we're after here, which maybe is a better way to go about getting that blood loss, is by doing blood flame instead. So hell, let's give it a try. I'm not sure. Not sure. TBD. The grab. Too soon on the roll. Out of my game, dork. Yo. This dude, on his way out, said, Mother, America, a curse upon thee. What? I wasn't sure we were going to get across the finish line there. I was like, just stay calm. Stay calm. Chill. Yes, he's knocking us down. We're not getting this last little bit of damage off that I need. I don't know why I'm trying to do it with Ghost Flame Dragon Breath, but, you know, the idea, I think, in my mind is supposedly the Ghost Flame builds up Frostbite. Because totally a flaming fire-based enemy would totally build up Frostbite, right? Because you can do Frostbite, you can do Blood Loss, you can do Scarlet Rot, you can get all these different debuffs going. Jesus Christ, what am I looking for here? What exactly am I doing right now? I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking clue. I want to put my telescope back on. That's all I wanted. I just wanted my telescope back. Let's do this as well. Give me my lantern. And then telescope time. Not that it helps us a lot here. The lighting in this room being what it is. We need our glowstone tech. Holy shit. What a fantastic fight. What a great fight. I'm so glad as well. I was determined. I was like, I don't care. This is Messmer. I know this is Messmer. I don't care how fucking hard this boss turns out to be. We are not using Taker's Flames this time. We're not doing it. I'm not promising to never use Taker's Flames again, but I did not want to do it on this fight. Glowstones. And we didn't. We kind of did a very janky. It doesn't really help us with America's statue. If anything, it makes it a little bit foggier. We did a very janky gnaw slash. I guess we switched over to Blood Flame Talons, which was doing okay. It's not crazy, but yeah. What a fight! Messmer and the myriad of abyssal snakes. Oh, there's actually a guidance of grace for once at this? Oh, now it's gone. Wait, that was weird. Oh, and now it's back. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the... Oh, shit. For the first time, the guidance of grace is back. Oh, that is a fascinating development. The presence of Messmer? Was that clouding our... Hornsent's here! I just happened to put a glowstone exactly where Hornsent showed up. What the hell? I was gonna look at my eyes to see... I mean, they're still Lord of Chaos eyes. We don't get, like, the guidance of grace eyes anymore, because we're Lord of Chaos. But yeah, holy shit. The guidance of grace apparently is back. That was the whole... The line in the boss fight about... I will not... To have to put up with a lightless... Someone devoid... A lord devoid of light. Hornsent finally had his revenge, though. Vengeance has finally been served.
What cruelty is this? Who would rob me of my one vital purpose?
Wait a second.
Am I so feeble, witless, dull of blade, that vengeance was never to have been mine?
Oh no. Oh no, wait a second. Is he actually reacting to the fact that we did not keep him along for the fight? Hello? Bro, you know, you helped us. The fact that we summoned you once, that's basically, it makes it canon that you were summoned. That you were along and you were here helping us. Even if only in spirit. Don't get down on yourself.
Oh, mother. Oh, most cherished wife and child. It seems vengeance was not mine to enact. Where now should I point my tired blade?
Well, he seems to think otherwise. It's really interesting. I don't want to know this, don't tell me. But, I do wonder if his dialogue would have been different had we actually technically summoned him for the winning attempt.
Where now should I point my tired blade?
Dang,
Where
dude.
now?
Dang, Hornsent, what the hell? Oh my gosh. That is crazy, dude. We are going to level up. Let's spend these runes. And, I'm not totally sure how to feel about all this. I kind of did want Hornsent to get his revenge, but now he's kind of bummed that he didn't. I'm not sure if that's because we didn't summon him. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. And that was Messmer. I still am a little bit taken by the fact that we crossed paths with him so soon. And what just as per usual, the phenomenal, just crazy over the top boss design and the cutscenes that go along with that boss encounter. Just insane. Unfucking believably insane. And man. So that's Messmer. So that's Messmer. And now apparently that means, I guess, that means that the shroud has been lifted from our eyes. We have the guidance of grace once again. I totally forgot to read the golden lion shield, which we got from Freya a while back. Just a little earlier this episode, a shield made to resemble a fierce golden lion with a luxuriant mane, awarded to especially valorous members of Radahn's personal guard on the occasion of its formation. Unique skill, Roaring Bash. Roar like a golden lion and deliver a shield bash from a guarding position. Knocks back and staggers foes over a wide radius. This is actually now a... I can't do anything in here now. They've enacted pacifist rules in this room. So I wonder if there's going to be more there at some point. This is Messmer's Dark Chamber. Roaring Bash, go! Oh, I love the lion roar. Big old lion roar. It seems like such a tiny shield compared to the stuff that we've been doing. The big old great shields. But it has more than a sizable roar to compensate for that. I'm honestly, I think another thing that I'm struggling with right now is I was expecting that fight to carry on for quite a while longer. I wasn't expecting to get the victory within the time frame that we did. So I'm feeling good about that. And I'm feeling good that we didn't use Taker Slaves to do it. Feels okay, man. And we now have Messmer's Kindling. Burns the Sealing Tree. A kindling, the kindling that burned inside Messmer the Impaler. A dark thing eaten away at by a wicked serpent. Burns the Sealing Tree. Said to be found at the old Rao ruins. I think I did Google or ChatGPT this off camera to find out the pronunciation. The best I could come up with is Rao. Messmer, much like his younger sister, bore a vision of fire. Okay, now there's a new character they're bringing into the mix, I think. Because I don't... Could that be Melania? A vision of fire doesn't feel like that. That would be Melania. And I'm not immediately, I'll have to think about it. Maybe there's somebody obvious that I'm just not thinking of. I initially thought that this was going to be something to remove the seal in Bellarat after the Dancing Lion fight. But not so much. The Sealing Tree in the Rao ruins. The abyssal snake inside of the eye socket there. Jesus Christ. So stinking cool. A malevolent snake writhed within Messmer, and so his very mother plucked out his eye and put in its place a seal of grace. No wonder it sounded... Okay, Dude, I registered that fact, and then there's so much chaos going on in the heat of a boss battle. I just didn't talk about it. It shattered, right? When he broke it, it didn't squish like an actual eyeball. It shattered as though it were glass. Of course, because it was a fake eye. It was actually just like Marika's scar seal. An eye engraved with an Elden rune. Yet having done so, her fear compelled her to secret away her child within the realm of shadow. Hidden away, keeping company with the original sin and a hatred that would not be confined. The original sin, what is that? I'm thinking back to the story trailer talking about a betrayal. And that arm with the Marika bracelet that we saw reaching into the to the birth canal. Was that Messmer being plucked out from wherever? Wow. Okay. My goodness. My goodness. I don't quite want to wrap up just yet, because it does feel like there's more to find here in the Shadow Key, and it would be great for us to figure that all out. And we can maybe take a look to see if we can figure that out. Where do we need to go in order to make that happen? Do I need to be scaling some... I need to be scaling something, don't I? Or finding some passageways and some sus bookcases or something. Yeah, mixed emotions right now because boy, look at this. Oh, that's what this is on the map right here. This is where you would put the Eye of Sauron. Or perhaps the Eye of Messmer. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, there's a... Oops. There is an elevator right here. Whoa. Okay. All right, there's definitely stuff to find here, and I need to figure out what have I missed? Other than perhaps just a drop down? Is that all that I've missed? Are we supposed to just drop off onto this bat down below? That might be it. That might be what I was missing. Because I think that would actually take us to where the level that I want to go to. Correct? The level that we're... Yeah, that's it. That's all I missed. We go down to the bottom. Easy peasy. Wait a second, this is a spell? This is an incantation? Impenetrable thorns? Hello? Summons the Shadow Tree's impenetrable thorns from the earth. Sorcery of those who abandon the practice of incantations after devout faith rewarded them with only despair. The caster wounds their own flesh using impenetrable thorns grown from the Shadow Tree, which then sprout from the earth, can be cast repeatedly. The image of the twisted Shadow Tree is an edict. Denounce their ways, do them harm, for they have abandoned us. We actually get to cast impenetrable thorns. Oh, shit. Get me to a side of grace. Get me to a side of grace. At some point. Okay, but we still... Wait a second. We got to this ledge, but there is... I guess we're going even farther down. Even though now... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. But we've been down here before. So wait a second. How am I getting inside? I'm supposed to be able to get inside right here, aren't I? Am I not supposed to be able to get inside? Okay, there's definitely something that I have missed. But I think the only way to get off of this ledge without warping back to a side of grace is to fall down here. So... And that takes me back to where I've been before, I think. So, yeah, I am not sure. Yeah, this goes back to this guy. And that's where that... Oh, wait, there's something... Oh, shit, there's a thing here. Oh, okay, well, it's good I came back here. This is the storehouse. The fourth floor of the storehouse. And there is a message from Letta. Dane passed on a message. The ceiling tree is in the ancient ruins of Rao. It lies beyond the high bridge leading from the first floor of the storehouse. I will join you there once I finish the task at hand. We could check. Is she saying she's going to meet us at the first floor of the storehouse or at the... We might as well check, right? Because we can go down here to the West Rampart. But I feel like that message could mean that she's going to meet us at the ceiling tree. But let's be sure about that. This was the room with some crazy jars and whatnot. I never did talk about these 3 chairs. What are the 3 chairs doing there? Who be sitting in those 3 chairs? Who do that be? Is Letta out here? I don't see Letta. I don't see Letta anywhere, so I think she is farther on up ahead. Now that we've raised this... this is interesting. We got the Guidance of Grace back, and it's pointing us to the... It's pointing from both here, and it's pointing from here. Or maybe this... Maybe the side of grace from the Dancing Lion is pointing to the side of grace here at the West Rampart. But yeah, it's like you're supposed to move on out of the... Or you could potentially move on in that direction. What have we opened up, though? What have we changed here with... What are we supposed to do differently to reach the rest of the storehouse? That's the mystery that I am not quite understanding just yet. We're going to try to figure it out. This is where Freya was. And there is a pyro-duder here. We'll see if they'll ignore us for the moment. Don't let him breathe. Don't give him a second. How do we get over? Is it by... I don't think I can traverse this There's not a railing to walk on here, is there? I don't think so. We're meant to, no, this is, we got over to that, platform. And that's where the America statue was. I'm so freaking confused right now. There's gotta be like some sort of a sus wall or something that I've passed by. Gotta be, or something. A drop down position. What is it that I'm failing to account for? Like, it's making me wonder if it really is about walking on these railings. If there's no sus wall, like here, like we can see this floor that's down where this pyromancer is. But I can't reach there from outside, can I? If I fall down, I can fall down to that platform with the bat, but there's no way inside from that platform. So far as I can tell. Like, I just feel like trying to go for the... Yeah, that's exactly what I figured. There's not... You can't walk on that. That's not a walkable area. So... What the heck am I missing? Oh. Okay, there's a ladder that I'm noticing for the first time. There's a ladder that goes up from inside of a bookshelf. And what floor was that on? Was that on the second floor or maybe the third floor? Okay, let's see. I feel like I probably would have been there at some point. There's a guy looking out over the railing. I had to have been on that floor. So let me see if I can make my way around back to that position, because that bookshelf that has a ladder inside of it warrants further investigation. Man, I'm actually very close to it from the fourth floor. The fourth floor warp point puts me very, very, very close, but I don't know if it's close enough for me to jump to. But if it's a silly science death that we must take, then take it we must. But maybe this is the intended way. Well, what do you know? What do you know? Oh, and... Oh, wait, no, we have been here. I remember. I took a death here before. This was the fill-up station. Yep. Okay. Let's see if we can... See if we can make this out. Make it out alive. Or we'll just die. Or I'll just take a silly death. That's another way to play this. Against the tiny men. Okay. There's another one of them. Get over here. What do you think y'all doing? Why must you persist in your ways? We can do these. We can take on the pyromancers now. We can do this. Especially if we get the backstab. Okay. Now, there's a ladder somewhere within this bookshelf. What is your secret? Huh. Is there a bit of... Oh my god, seriously? Seriously? This is a thing? Is this actually a thing? That doesn't feel right. But if I'm not getting on top of those in order to get on top of the bookshelf, then what am I doing? If that ain't it, then what is? It just feels very janky. Doesn't feel right. And it makes me wonder if I'm even supposed to be getting on the ladder from here, or is somehow the ladder supposed to be an exit? Like I climbed down the ladder. I don't want to give up just yet on this, but it doesn't feel like this is the intended... Like, we did make it up here. I made it up once, but it's not easily repeatable. So whenever that happens, usually when there's jump puzzles, FromSoft does make it... You're not really meant to make picture perfect or pixel perfect jumps, I should say. And then, because when we get to here, now where to? I can't just go over to this, like, I'm not going to be able to make the jump to the bookshelf from here. Not high enough. There's got to be something that I'm missing. There's an item there? Yo, wait a second. Okay. So yeah, walking on top of the bookshelves I hadn't even thought of. There might be a lot of backtracking to do here. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to drop over that railing. This guy, I don't think he can backstab. I think he's set to turn. Ah, then maybe that's what you can do, though. So you can get him to turn and then get the backstab. That'll work. Gear, 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 gear. Yes! Oh, they are actually Fire Knights. I think I might have thought that or wondered that. They just had very, you know, they weren't showing off the dorky haircut like Queeline has been. So I didn't know for sure. But they are Fire Knights, yes! And we get their pointy finger gauntlets. Under Messmer the Impaler's personal command, each and every knight hailed from a renowned family of the Erdtree's upper echelons, but were shunned and chased from their homes after pledging allegiance to Messmer as their master. Dang. The Erdtree upper echelons. It looked like we should probably... Yeah. There's a drop down right here. Think. I think. Okay. And then do we just jump from here? Who's firing at me? Does the coil just fizzle out like, oh my god, look at that range. Revered Spirit Ash, okay. Okay. Now, so that's a nice pickup, but does it get us anywhere else new? Maybe. Because maybe it allows us being on... I think we're supposed to drop down. I don't think we get anything else from being on top of these. Oh, there's the ladder. There's the ladder. Okay. How do I get there? So the ladder starts the level below and it goes through the bookshelf. Oh my god. This is insane. This is such a cool level. Dude, seriously? Seriously, dude? Tiny boys and their shenanigans. We might not have had to drop down from that third floor. It looks like we were just able to jump on top of these bookshelves the whole time. Although maybe that Revered Spirit Ash wasn't there until we did the whole business with turning the pillar. Okay, now how do we... You son of a bitch. Okay, how do we make it? How do we make it over to this ladder? We need to be able to get to this ledge. And there's a room behind this ledge, which perhaps maybe that's a sus wall. We haven't really been out in this area of the keep, have we? The eastern side. How do we get there? Did I... What am I overlooking? Just trying to... There's no bookshelves, or... I guess these are tablet shelves, technically. But there's no platforms that get us to some sort of a missed passageway over in this direction. So it makes me think that I have probably have missed something. Definitely missed something. Definitely that much is clear. But what? That was... hate that a little bookshelf can fucking interrupt my combo. But so far, sus bookshelves have not been the... have not been a mechanic in this area. There's this door still, but it feels like it opens from the other side. Or maybe we have to get a lever that opens it. And that gets us out the back door, out into these areas. What am I missing here? This is very frustrating because I want to put some sense of completion on this mess. But I'm also getting up against the clock here, and we might have to leave this for another day. And I'm just not quite putting together the pieces on this one. There's a ledge that we want to try to get to. Oh, I'm now back up here. Is there any way for me to drop down to the ledge in question? I have scoured this place back and forth, and so far, not finding how to get to this ladder. So, I want to get it. I want to find it, but it's going to have to wait for another day. So, we're going to have to live with the fact that we, you know, only took down Messmer the Impaler. Base Serpent Messmer, was that the second phase name as well? Either way, that's where we're going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. If you did enjoy the video, thank you for watching to the end, and please do consider doing the YouTube thing and hitting all those buttons down below. This frickin' game is just so wild. I really want to figure this out. I want to figure out the rest of the specimen storehouse, but I also am very curious to push forward into new territory, the ruins of Rao. And Messmer the Impaler has been dealt with. That is wild. There's still, as well, there is these portions of Shadow Altus that I think are completely blocked off to us until we figure out our way through the Shadow Keep. So I don't know if I need to go through this entire place from beginning to end one more time. There's mysteries to be discovered, and yeah, a bit of just I guess the one thing we can do to fully wrap up here is go back to the roundtable hold, and we'll check our boss soul options. There's a little bit more lore, I think, to be gleaned, and we probably have some new boss fashion souls as well. There it is, Remembrance of the Impaler, and we did read that. And we have two options now. Spear of the Impaler, which does scale with faith, although it's a big time dex investment. So probably not for us, but a great spear with a warped blade in the shape of undulating flame, remade by the forging arts of the Realm of Shadow. This weapon can be thrown by executing a strong attack, dashing strong attack, or mounted strong attack. Charge the attack to produce flame on impact. Unique skill, Messmer's Assault, a fierce succession of attacks using a flame-coated spear tip. Repeated inputs allow up to 2 follow-up attacks. The final move thrusts the spear into the ground, causing countless spears to form in the surrounding area. You can do that move? That's awesome. So freaking sick. Is this an incantation? 60 faith! Whoa, what the fuck? An incantation of Messmer the Impaler summons Messmer's flame to form a giant floating orb. The orb soars toward a foe, crashes into the earth, and explodes after a brief delay. Charging enhances potency. Messmer despised his own fire. Time and time again, he hoped to rid himself of it, but ever did it burn. Dude, I wasn't expecting us to have like a new top tier, potentially top tier incantation, but it's just always expect the unexpected. With Elden Ring, we of course have to try this while we have the time. We have to give this a try. It probably takes more than 1 spell slot. Yeah, I know I can't equip it just yet. We'll get there. But in the meantime, we will jury-rig things in our favor. We'll make it happen, one way or the other. And Messmer's Orb. It actually does kind of do a similar thing as the Scarlet Aeonia. I wasn't sure if we were actually flying. Dude. Oh. It looks a little bit funky here in the hold. The hold has, with its own flame and smokiness all around, it has its own color scheme that is perhaps conflicting a bit with the Messmer's Orb, but goddamn, I want to try that, which means we're gonna actually need to level Faith again. Holy shit. Okay. This game is awesome. This game is amazing. I also love that Messmer's Orb is so quick. The windup is so much like, I love my Scarlet Aeonia, but it takes forever. Messmer's Orb says, no, let's get in gear. Ready, set, action. And then everything just explodes into fiery Messmer goodness. Goddamn. I still want to figure out that freaking shadow keep, and we will, but it's bugging me. But we'll savor the victory for today. We'll savor our new incantation that we'll get to play around with eventually. And yeah, so much fun stuff still to do in this freaking Shadow Realm. Miquella now as well has some freaking weird plans with Mohg. Gotta figure that out too. We'll see what happens next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.